Three-Fer Thursday. It's Three-Fer Thursday, November 13th, 2025. I'm Greg, and I'm glad you're here. Welcome to an evening of old-time radio. Let's dive right into our Three-Fer Thursday lineup. Today's shows are all about crime stories.
1.
Our first crime show for you today is from The Black Museum, which, despite being well-received and starring the great Orson Welles, only ran for 1 year in 1952 on Mutual. Each episode was based on real-life cases from the London Metropolitan Police Scotland Yard's famous Black Museum, which was its collection of criminal memorabilia. This is the episode The Hammerhead, which, as you may guess, involved that particular item being used in a homicide. This is the story of that crime and how it was solved. Enjoy!
This is Orson Welles, speaking from London. The Black Museum. Here in the grim stone structure on the Thames, which houses Scotland Yard, is a warehouse of homicide, where everyday objects, a picture frame, a coat hanger, a file folder, a baby buggy, all are touched by murder. Now here's a hammerhead, made of cast steel, well-shaped, extremely familiar, the front end blunt, solid, designed for driving nails, the clawed prongs at the rear for pulling nails, very practical, very, very, very familiar, and so very, very, very lethal.
Odd one, this, wasn't it, Inspector?
Just a little extra patience, a little extra routine work, Cross.
That's one way to look at it, sir. I prefer to remember it as the case which began with almost 24 disappearances and wound up with one killer who used a hammer with purpose.
Well, today that hammerhead can be seen here in the Black Museum.
From the annals of the Criminal Investigation Department of the London Police, we bring you the dramatic stories of the crimes recorded by the objects in Scotland Yard's Gallery of Death, the Black Museum. In just a moment, you will hear The Black Museum, starring Orson Welles. Now, The Black Museum, starring Orson Welles.
Well, here we are, in the Black Museum, Scotland Yard's Museum of Murder. Beyond these walls, the Thames seethes with a commerce which is life to London. Within these walls, where some of the river's dampness exudes from vaulted stone, there is quiet, very sinister quiet, the kind of silence which inevitably surrounds objects touched by horror and fear. Yes, here lies death. Behind glass doors, peaceful, inanimate objects on deal tables. The authorities have provided suitable identification in labels and neatly lettered cards. The motives, actions, and the reasons why these objects rest here now were all provided by murderers. Here's a calendar, the usual 12-page printed piece with a picture of a pretty girl to decorate it. The holidays are marked as usual in red. One other day is marked as well. The day and date of a murder. Strangely, that red circle led to capture, conviction, of course, to execution. Now, here we are. Here's the hammerhead I told you about. It's an efficient tool. It's hammerhead, type used by generations of carpenters, by millions everywhere for work around the house. Hardly a home is without one. And one would expect that a story involving such a tool would begin in somebody's home. On the contrary, this tale begins in the direct antithesis to a home. It begins in a London railroad station.
Let me have my bag, will you?
Yes, sir. Your check, please.
Right you are.
Thanks, sir. Here it is, sir.
Hey, that's not my bag. Mine's a Gladstone.
Oh, sorry, sir. Just let me see the checks. Oh.
What's wrong? Are you sick?
No, sir. It's just my hand.
You cut yourself? That's blood.
Yes, I know. But it's not a cut, sir. It's from the bag.
Well, open it, man. Don't stand there.
Yes, sir. Doesn't seem like much of a lock on it, sir. Oh. What does one do now, sir?
When you find part of a body in a valise, you call the police, of course. What else?
Yes. Please wait. Yes, I'll call.
Yes, call the police. Start the wheels moving, the wheels of police routine, which grind slowly but inevitably toward discovery. In this particular situation, the call led eventually to the office of Inspector Church at the yard.
Information Cross. The contents of that valise at Charing Cross belong to a torso found in Brighton.
Another one in Brighton, sir?
Number 23. 23 girls missing. Just unreported.
Photos available, sir?
In most cases. Here's the assembled composite of the latest.
Pretty little thing to wind up so widely separated as London and Brighton.
Here's the setup for now. I'm assigning a man individually to each case. Identify any found bodies, trace the known missing. I'm taking Daisy Baker myself. You'll take over here, and all the information will channel through you.
Very well, sir. Why the Baker girl for yourself, sir?
Oh, she is, or was, the common-law wife of Jamie Marsden.
That one.
Remember him?
Oh, picked him up in his first conviction myself. Rather a long record, hasn't he, sir?
All petty crimes, short sentences. In any case, the Baker woman's been reported missing by her sister. It might be worth a trip to see the sister. Her name is Crandall, Ruth Crandall. Before I drop in Marsden, I think I'll visit the lady.
A routine call to inquire the reasons for a woman's worry about her missing sister. Inspector Church found Ruth Crandall at home.
So, when I planned to go down to stay with Daisy, well, to see her anyway, and the wire came, well, you see how it is, Inspector.
May I see the wire, Mrs. Crandall?
Yes, I have it just here, in the desk. Yes, here it is.
I see. Going abroad. Good job. Sail Sunday. Will write. It doesn't tell us very much, does it?
I tried to call. Her husband, well, he wasn't very cooperative. He said she'd upped and packed her things and told him she was bound for Paris, for a dancing job.
Oh, Miss Baker is a dancer?
That's how it was she was living in Brighton. She was in some show down there.
And you feel something is wrong?
Definitely. I don't know exactly why, but, well, you see, the wire doesn't even say love. And that makes it seem strange too, doesn't it, Inspector?
Perhaps, Mrs. Crandall. And you've no other information, nothing you can put your finger on?
No. Except, of course, that I haven't heard from Daisy since the wire came.
The inspector was puzzled. None of it felt right. None of it conformed at all to the usual pattern. Ruth Crandall had nothing factual to go on, and a woman's instinct is never evidence on which to base an arrest or a conviction. Still, the inspector took the train to Brighton and called on Jamie Marsden at 35 Park Row.
Yes?
Remember me, Marsden?
Copper, ain't you?
Yes, Chief Inspector Church, CID.
Well, come in, Inspector. I don't suppose this is a social visit.
No, I'm a bit busy for that sort of thing.
Oh, well, sit down anyway, Inspector.
Just a few questions.
Well, go ahead.
I hear you married since we last met.
Yes, I did. Nice girl.
She home?
Well, no, as a matter of fact, she's gone off to Paris. Job as a dancer over there.
So her sister told me.
Yeah, well, she wired her sister. Nothing much my sister-in-law would want to see me about, so, well, there wasn't much sense in her coming all the way down to Brighton when Daisy wasn't here.
I assume you have your wife's address.
No, Inspector.
Oh?
We had a bit of a dust-up before Daisy left. She, flounced out of here, all kind of mad, as you might say.
Mrs. Crandall know this?
No. Mrs. Crandall don't take to the likes of me, so I saw no reason to tell anything she didn't have to know. If Daisy wants to reach her, she knows where.
Well, that's it, I suppose. You'll be here if I want to see you again, Marsden?
I'm moving. 3 rooms is a bit large for me, seeing as I was on my own these days. The, new place is at, Maitland Street, number 26. It's a good bit cheaper, more suited to my means.
A check of the habitual haunts and acquaintances of Daisy Baker drew another blank. Some had heard she'd gone off to Paris. No one knew where. Meanwhile, the reports on other missing girls were equally discouraging.
That's a lot, eh, Cross?
That's a lot, sir. And another missing one reported makes an even 2 dozen, sir.
Have they tried the picture of the girl we found in Charing Cross on this new report?
Not the same girl, sir.
Too bad.
No luck with Marsden, I presume?
No luck at all. Edgy sort of fellow, that one.
Yes, he ought to be. He's much too familiar with us, and he knows it.
Well, there's no help for it. It'll have to be a house-to-house search.
The usual district, Inspector?
All of Brighton.
Rather a large order, Inspector.
Finding 14 missing girls and identifying 6 of 10 bodies is quite an order, Cross. There's no help for it. It'll have to be done. Chances are we'll have to lend Brighton...
The hard, dull slogging of police routine. Divide a city into sections. Assign groups of detectives in pairs to each section, then walk from house house to house, from cellar to attic, pausing for the questions. Try to locate someone who has seen something, who may know one of the missing persons by sight. Try. Keep trying.
Well, there was nothing there.
Jobs like this, Inspector, that make me wonder why I wanted to be a policeman.
It's jobs like this, Shaw, that make good policemen out of ambitious young men. Well, next address.
26 Maitland.
I expect Jamie Marsden won't be looking for me this quickly.
Marsden? Who's that?
Oh, petty criminal. His wife was reported missing by a sister. Turned out she'd gone off to a job in Paris in a huff. Knock on the door, Shaw, will you?
Yes, sir.
Sordid kind of story. Even a touch of the dope racket in it.
Yes?
My credentials. CID. Also a search warrant.
Well, your men certainly didn't waste any time. Please come in.
Waste any time?
I called the police about 5 minutes ago. They said they'd sent someone over.
You the landlord?
I am, Inspector.
Well, we're here on a matter of our own. However, what's the trouble?
Notice anything, sir?
I do. How about you, Shaw?
Yes, sir, I do. It's from this room. The tenant is out just now. Left his door locked. Name of Marsden.
Well, is that so? Just as well we have the search warrant. Try your shoulder in that door, Shaw.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
We've never had anything like this before, sir.
There's nothing much here unless it's on the walls.
There's a trunk in the closet, sir.
Drag it out. Cut those cords.
Yes, sir. Good Lord. May I stay outside, Inspector?
Yes, of course.
I wonder Marsden isn't home.
Well, Daisy Baker didn't go to Paris after all. Took quite a beating, didn't she? Looks like a blunt instrument did the job. Call headquarters, Shaw. Pick up order for Jamie Marsden.
Well, today, that Hammerhead can be seen here in the Black Museum.
In just a moment, we will continue with The Black Museum, starring Orson Welles. And now we continue with The Black Museum, starring Orson Welles.
The wires were alive with the search for Jamie Marsden. Somewhere in England, the little petty thief was hiding, and sometime he would be found. According to Chief Inspector Church,
The man almost undoubtedly killed Daisy Baker, and there's no question that he had her body in that trunk moving it with him.
an inquiry into the whereabouts of missing girls had blossomed into a full hunt for a murderer. The premises at 26 Maitland Street, Brighton, were given a thorough going over. Detective Shaw reported,
Nothing, sir. Not a trace of anything except that trunk and the body.
to which Inspector Church replied,
Very well. Now give the same treatment to 35 Park Row.
There, the young detective reported,
In the backyard, sir, in a pile of junk, we found a hammerhead. It's been given to pathology, Inspector. There are stains on it. They might be blood, sir.
and as Inspector Church said to his deputy, Inspector Cross, some 48 hours later,
Pathology report, Cross. That hammerhead did the job. The stains of blood and the type conform.
Good enough, sir.
Not quite. Good enough. The handle is gone. There's no proof who used the hammer. And pathology also reports that the autopsy shows enough morphine in the Baker woman's body to establish unconsciousness before death, if not death itself.
Any record of dope handling in Marsden dossier, sir?
Nope. We haven't been able to tie him into that yet. Well, we'll see after we find the gentleman in question. Meanwhile, have them get me Brighton on the wire. I have a routine job for Detective Shaw. Too many loose ends in this one.
the call was made to Detective Shaw in Brighton. Armed with a postcard, a file number, and a hand-lettered menu, Detective Shaw invaded a certain telegraph office in Brighton.
Yes, I'm always glad to cooperate with the police, sir.
Can you find me the original of this wire?
I think so, sir. Just a moment, please. This is it, I assume, sir. It has the same file number.
Yes, that's it. Going abroad, good job. Thank you very much. Now, if you'll just let me compare the writing on the blank with these samples I have with me.
Detective Shaw noted his comparisons and went to the telephone. A few moments later, he put a call through to Inspector Church at the yard.
Go ahead, Shaw. What have you got?
They had the original, sir. I compared it with the postcard with the Baker woman's writing on it. I'm no expert, sir, but it's obvious the two writings are absolutely different.
That's that, then.
I had a specimen of Marsden's writing, too, sir.
Where did you get that?
From a restaurant where the man worked for a while as a waiter. The menus there are handwritten. It was part of his job to write them out.
Good man.
There's no question about it, sir. Marsden wrote that wire and signed the Baker woman's name to it.
Another link in the chain rapidly forging itself around Jamie Marsden. But still, no Jamie Marsden.
Every policeman in England's carrying the man's picture and descriptions up.
How long is it going to take to bring the picture and the man together?
Not too long, Inspector. In fact, within 24 hours.
Here, you. Just a minute.
You want me, Constable?
Stand over there, in the street light. There you are. No weapons.
Now, why should I be carrying a weapon, Constable? I'm just an ordinary citizen.
Let's have a close look at you. Yes, I'm sure of it. You'll have to come along to the station house. You're being taken in charge.
What for?
You're Jamie Marsden, unless I miss my guess by a mile. Don't you know there's an all stations broadcast out for you? You're the most wanted man in England this minute.
That was in Manchester. Very shortly thereafter, Jamie Marsden faced Inspector Church and Deputy Inspector Cross in their office at the yard.
All right, Marsden, let's hear it. All of it.
I didn't kill her, Inspector. I didn't kill her.
But you knew she was dead.
Well, if you mean, did I put her in the trunk? I did.
But you didn't kill her.
No, sir. You've got to believe that.
Apparently you seem to understand that it's somewhat difficult to believe.
Well, that was the whole thing from the beginning.
All right. Let's go back to the beginning.
Well, me and Daisy got together down in Brighton about a year ago.
How?
Oh, she was dancing in a coot show and I was barking a booth a little way up the sidewalk. Well, sort of got into the habit of meeting her after closing time. Then, well, we reckoned that two can live as cheaply as one, so, well, we put in together and started housekeeping.
Were you pushing any of the stuff her way?
I didn't know she was on the stuff. No, not for months. Inspector, you've got to believe it.
Yes, it seems that a lot of things we've got to believe.
You heard, Cross Marsden. I'm, shall I say, skeptical, too. Keep talking.
I'm honest with you, sir, I am.
Keep talking.
Well, Daisy's sister came to visit. We didn't get along. If I'd have killed anyone, it'd have been that sister. What she came for except to be nasty and snoop, I don't know.
Back to the story, Marsden.
Yeah, all right, sir. Well, like I was saying, we got together and everything was fine. Oh, we had a couple of fights, but, nothing much. Then Daisy said as our sister was coming down again. I got real mad. I slammed the door.
You didn't slam Daisy.
I may have cuffed her a bit, sir. Nothing serious. Anyways, I went out, and I stayed out for a couple of hours. I come back, and the place was awful quiet, and I thought, well, maybe Daisy had gone out or taken a shot or two or something. I walked into the bedroom. That was at 35, where we had the 3 rooms.
You walked into the bedroom and let her have it, right, Marsden?
No, sir, wrong. She had it. Oh, it was awful, Inspector. She was real bashed up, she was.
Why didn't you call the police?
Me? With my record? Who'd have believed I didn't do it? You don't believe me now. I never killed nobody, just been put away for small things, but I got a record. Nobody had listened, I reckon, so I got real scared. I did the first thing that entered my head.
Which was, Marsden?
I got an old trunk and I stuffed her in it, and then I took the sheets and all down to the cellar and I stuffed them in the furnace. Well, the rest you know, Inspector, and that's the truth, so help me.
What did you do with the hammer, Marsden?
Hammer? Oh, what hammer, Inspector?
The one you bashed her with, Marsden, the hammer that killed her.
I don't know about no hammer. I didn't kill her nor nobody. I didn't kill her, Inspector, and that's the truth.
They worked on Jamie Marsden for 3 days. They tried every trick, every question they could think of, but no one could shake his denial. Jamie Marsden insisted he had not killed Daisy Baker, and that was that. Weary and exhausted, Chief Inspector Church faced his deputy.
You know, Cross, I am almost beginning to believe Marsden myself.
If he did kill her, it's completely out of the pattern. His kind of criminal almost never kills.
I know, but somebody killed her. Even granting Marsden's story, somebody killed her.
Well then, where do we go from here, sir?
Where would you doubt there were or had been other men in this woman's life?
Have you any doubt about it, sir?
Do you suppose the sister would have any ideas?
Well, it's a place to start in any case.
Check. Then let's get on with it, Cross, and ask the Brighton police to work in that angle.
The sister, Ruth Crandall, placed a start on a new angle at any rate. The two CID men paid their second visit to Mrs. Crandall.
I suppose, Inspector, you've come to ask me to testify at Marsden's trial. Nasty little man.
As a matter of fact, we haven't. We don't have enough evidence yet to send Marsden to trial. We're booked on suspicion, that's all.
Not enough evidence? Oh, hardly seems possible. The papers were full of it.
The newspapers aren't the police, ma'am.
Of course not, Mr. Cross. But after all, he did keep my sister's body with him. He did run away.
I know, Mrs. Crandall, but there's been no weapon that relates to Marsden.
No weapon? The hammer's head? Well, after all, that's a weapon.
Did you say a
Mrs.
hammer, ma'am?
Crandall, we came here to ask you about another man in your sister's life. Have you any ideas?
I know this much, Inspector, that my sister was no better than her reputation. Heaven knows I tried. All my life I tried. When my husband died, I offered her a home even. Though she persisted in the disgraceful kind of life she was leading. She even boasted to me once that she liked it. As for knowing the kind of men she went around with, really, Inspector, you've seen how I live. How would I know anything about things like that?
I see. Well, Mrs. Crandall, if you think of anything which may be of help, we'll appreciate your letting us know.
Two men with a purpose left the neat suburban residence of Daisy Baker's sister. Shortly after their return to Scotland Yard, the teletypes, the telephones were all busy. Reports were swift in coming in.
Here's word from the hardware store, sir. A hammer was bought.
The janitor at 35 Park Road did see someone that day.
They found a taxi driver in Brighton who remembers.
One of the neighbours places the date exactly. Says she remembers the house was empty because her little boy was ill and she wanted to borrow something.
Here's the final touch. Local bus driver remembers the trip from out there to the railroad station.
The final touch. And once again, two men from the CID went visiting.
We've traced your movements all that day, Mrs. Crandall. Your neighbour remembers your house was shut up. The bus driver remembers how you asked if you'd reach the station on time. A taxi driver in Brighton remembers taking you to 35 Park Row. The janitor saw you there. And the hardware dealer right round the corner from here has a record of his sale of a hammer. To you.
You shouldn't have mentioned that hammer, Mrs. Crandall. We never told the newspapers about finding it in the backyard at Brighton.
I was right. She wasn't fit to live. Everyone pitied me on account of my sister. They looked down on me. I never felt better in my life than when I hit her, and then broke the handle off the hammer and burned it in that furnace at that awful house. If only I'd been a little more careful. Then you'd have to have tried that Marsden fellow. You'd have to have hung him.
Perhaps. Now then, Mrs. Crandall, are you ready to come quietly?
And today, that hammerhead can be seen here in the Black Museum.
Orson Welles will be back with you in just a moment.
In due course, Henrietta Crandall paid the usual penalty for premeditated homicide. The purchase of the hammer was sufficient evidence of the intent to kill. As for Jamie Marsden, product of the London slums of bad company and evil ways, Jamie went free. But not for long. 6 months had barely passed before Marsden was picked up for possession of a deadly weapon and sentenced to serve 90 days for simple theft. And as for the hammerhead, well, here it is, in its usual place, in the Black Museum. So until next time, till another story about this same place, I remain as always, obediently yours.
Two! Our second crime story for you today is also from Scotland Yard, the great crime drama Pursuit, which had 4 different runs on CBS. From 49 to 50, then a summer run in 1950, a 1951 summer run, which then led into its final iteration from 51 to 52. This series followed the adventures of Inspector Peter Black of Scotland Yard, with 3 different actors playing him over the years: Ted DeCorsia, John Dehner, and Ben Wright. This is the episode Pursuit of the Masked Five, starring John Dehner as Black, originally broadcast on July 8, 1950. Enjoy.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment, Pursuit.
Pursuit. A criminal strikes and fades quickly back into the shadows of his own dark world. And then the man from Scotland Yard, the famous Inspector Peter Black, and the dangerous, relentless pursuit. When man hunts man.
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Here's a taste treat you can enjoy indoors, outdoors, at work, or at play. The cool, long-lasting mint flavor refreshes you. The smooth, steady chewing helps keep you fresh and alert. Adds enjoyment to whatever you're doing. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
Now, with John Dana starred as the famous Inspector Peter Black of Scotland Yard, Wrigley's Spearmint Gum brings you tonight's story, Pursuit of the Masked Five.
Moffat, what's an 11-letter word for a person who writes obituaries?
I don't know, sir.
Necra something. Oh, well. Would you like to see the paper?
Oh, thanks very much. I say, Inspector.
Yes?
Could I have the manacle on my right hand? This one's getting awfully tired.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's better. Oh, it's stiff.
Rub it and get the circulation back.
Look here. If you simply must keep me in irons, can't I have them on both hands? Must I be shackled to the seat?
Afraid so, sir. Would you mind moving down now?
All right.
Perhaps you'd rather sit on this side with your back to the engine?
No, thanks. It makes me deathly ill.
No? Your hand, please.
What time do we arrive in London?
Tomorrow morning, 5:20.
Frightful hour. How do you expect me to get any sleep with these things on?
Just have to do the best you can, sir. We had good reason to have this man shackled to the seat in our compartment. We were confident that he was one of 5 men who had carried out one of the boldest and most lucrative robberies in the history of London. £500,000 from Barton's Bank, Oxford Street. This had taken place 2 weeks ago, and the entire resources of Scotland Yard had been unable to uncover the slightest trace of clue or criminal, until an alert shopkeeper in Carlisle, some 300 miles to the northwest, identified the serial number of one of the missing £5 notes and held the passer of the bill until the police arrived. He refused to identify himself or state how he came into possession of the money. Moffat and I felt that this evidence was sufficient to warrant the return of our nameless prisoner to London and Scotland Yard.
Another station, sir? I thought this was a through train.
It is, Moffat. There shouldn't be any halts between Carlisle and Preston.
That's queer. We're slowing down, sir.
From the sound of that whistle, there may be something on the lines. Pop your head out and have a look.
Right, sir. Excuse me. Quite all right. No station, that's certain, sir. There seem to be some lights up there. Probably something on the crossover.
Let's go outside. Yeah.
See? Those lights, sir.
Yes. Conductor.
Yes, sir?
What's up?
Sorry, sir. A lorry is stalled on the crossover. Won't be a moment. Better stay aboard, sir.
Right you are. Come on, Moffat.
I wish you'd close that blinking door. It's cold.
I'm sorry, sir.
Just a moment.
What?
Don't close the door.
He's got a gun, sir.
Yes, I know.
Hello, chum.
But
No names. Come on, we've got a car waiting.
Oh, I can't. They've got these bloody things on me.
You get them off quick. I'm afraid not. What do you look like under your mask?
Stay where you are. Give me the key.
Now, fear, if you want it, you'll have to shoot.
Shoot him, Mother. Shut up, blast you.
For the last time, give me the key.
Sorry.
Give me the gun. I'll make him... No, there's no time. Come on, shoot them off. The link. Here.
There's no time for that either. It's your fault. We told you not to go to Carlisle.
But you can't let them take me.
I know. Sorry.
No! Oh, Roger!
Moffat,
no!
stop him! Pull the emergency cord, Moffat. I'm going after him. I was not as fortunate as the man who had dropped from the train before me. I lost my balance and was a few seconds regaining my feet. I ran back down the railway lines. There was a shadow racing about 50 feet in front of me. A shadow that halted a hedgerow and then disappeared.
Let's go! Right! Come on, move!
Oh, blast!
Inspector!
Here, Moffat.
You all right, sir?
Why, Moffat? Why is it that we can't carry guns and they can?
I don't know, sir. Tradition, I suppose. You all right, sir?
No lights on her. I couldn't see the registration. Looked and sounded like a Vauxhall, though.
You better do something about your forehead, sir. It's bleeding.
Huh? Oh, later, Moffat. What about the prisoner? Is he dead?
Like a doornail, sir.
I find that neither amusing nor analogous, Moffat.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Come along. And have a look at that ruddy lorry. It was a ramshackle 1926 Overland, bearing no registration at all. It had obviously been driven onto the lines and abandoned, headlamps switched on for the express purpose of halting our train. We returned to our carriage for the luggage, removed the manacles from our dead prisoner, and instructed the conductor to seal the compartment until the arrival of yard men in London. Then Moffat and I climbed into the cab of the old lorry and gingerly set out for the nearest village, which was Ambleside, about 18 miles away. I drove one of these things to Devonshire once, on a lark. It was new then. It didn't sound any better than this.
This road doesn't help, sir.
You know, Moffat, this whole thing was very nicely planned and carried out.
Uh-huh. I'd say so, sir.
In spite of the fact that it failed. Or did it fail?
I don't follow you, sir.
Why didn't he blow the manacles of our prisoner with his gun?
He'd have had to have turned away from us to do it, sir.
And why didn't he shoot us first?
Not much time, sir. The train was moving.
No, I don't think so. At that range, shot, you're finished. Shot, I'm done. 2 or 3 seconds. Oh, no, he would have had time. Perhaps they wanted to kill him. They might have been taking him from the train to kill him, you know.
The one called Roger, sir. He said they told him not to go to Carlisle.
Yes. There are 2 points there. 1, we know we're looking for a man named Roger. Number 2, what we hoped would happen after the robbery may well have happened. There was already dissension among the quintet. Thus, one eliminated.
I'd say that was pretty important, sir.
Right you are. Now, another thing. We took our prisoner aboard the train half an hour before departure. They must have seen us enter the compartment. Between that time and the halting of the train, they accomplished quite a lot.
Yes, sir. Came here from Carlisle, got this lorry.
They knew where the train would stop. They knew where the road would parallel the lines. They knew a great deal, Moffat.
They must have been pretty familiar with these parts, sir. You think the Barton robbery could have been done by Carlisle people and not Londoners?
No, not necessarily Carlisle. Remember, the Vauxhall drove off in this direction toward Ambleside.
They've got a good start, sir. And we're not doing much better than 20.
Hello. What's that on the road ahead?
Looks like a man, sir. Staggering all over the place.
Yeah, he's awfully drunk or badly hurt, I'd say.
Now I know I'm dead. 'Tis an angel in a bowler hat.
Yeah. Give him a hand, Moffat. Come along, sir. We'll drive you to the village and a doctor.
Oh, busted my brains, they did.
Who did, sir?
It was, hi, Molly.
I beg your pardon?
She's my lorry. You wouldn't be the beggars that bashed me brains in, only you was wearing masks before.
Masks? How many were there?
You ought to know. No, you ain't gonna hit me again.
We're policemen from Scotland Yard in London.
That don't give you no right to kill a man and steal his molly.
We want to help you, sir. We're the police.
Oh, I'm saved.
These men that attacked you, how many were they?
Hundreds of them, hundreds.
Yes. Did they have a car?
A huge black thing it were.
Could it have been a Vauxhall?
It might.
Did you notice the registration?
Nay, they ran me off the road and dragged me out and then killed me on the head.
From which direction did they come?
Ambleside it was.
Those are the ones, sir.
Have you seen the car again, say in the past quarter of an hour?
Oh, nay. But I just woke up.
I see. Would you direct us to the chief constable of the district, Mr.
Gullion, Jeremy Gullion, and I'll direct you. Mr. Bashford lives in Ambleside.
Very well, now get in, sir. We'll get you to a doctor.
Oh, no. Get away from that wheel. Jeremy Gullion allows nobody to drive Molly but himself. There she be, sir. Chief Constable's house.
Thank you, Mr. Gullion. We'll want to see you again later.
You can find me. Everyone knows where I live.
Sir.
Yes, I see it.
Hot, sir. She's been on a fast run. She's big, too.
Black. And it's a Vauxhall.
But what's it doing in front of the chief constable's house?
To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The lively, full-bodied, real mint flavor cools your mouth, moistens your throat, freshens your taste. And the chewing itself gives you a little lift, helps you keep going at your best. So for real chewing enjoyment that's refreshing and long-lasting, always keep Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. Healthful, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Gum will make every day more enjoyable.
Now, the second act of Pursuit of the Masked Five.
Our pursuit had led us to Ambleside, in the heart of the Lake District in mountainous Westmoreland. It had also led us into an extremely delicate situation. We were almost certain that the Vauxhall car used by the escaping criminals was the one now standing in front of the chief constable's house. It was my uncomfortable duty to question him as a possible suspect, a task which could be most difficult as the authority of the district lay in Mr. Bashford's hands and not in mine.
Yes?
Chief Constable Bashford?
Yes?
I'm Chief Inspector Black of Scotland Yard. This is Sergeant Muffin.
Won't you come in?
Yeah, thanks so much.
Scotland Yard. Well?
Sergeant Muffet and I were taking a prisoner to London from Carlisle.
Oh, really? Do sit down.
Mm-hmm. Our train was stopped and our prisoner killed by a man who then drove off with 2 or 3 others.
Killed your prisoner? Really?
We believe that they are the men who robbed Barton's bank 2 weeks ago.
No.
Mr. Bashford, I'm afraid I must ask you a rather impertinent question.
Impertinent?
The Vauxhall outside. Is it yours?
Well, yes, of course it is.
Have you driven it tonight?
No.
I'm sorry, sir, but it has been driven.
What? What do you mean?
Within the past half hour, sir.
Rot, sir. It's absolute blasted blither, sir. But
the radiator and bonnet are still hot, sir.
Gad, sir, you calling me a liar?
No, sir. I don't doubt your word, but somebody has driven it.
Oh, we'll see about this.
Peppery old goat, isn't he, sir? Unless he wants us to think he is.
Quiet, Muffin.
Who the devil has been driving my car?
That's what we want to find out, sir.
By gad, somebody's going to pay for this. Well, it was here when I came home.
When was that?
10 minutes ago. I was playing dominoes with old Petal-Free.
Mr. Petal-Free can corroborate that?
Dash it all, sir. You questioning the veracity of my statement? I've been with him since 8 o'clock.
Do you leave the keys in your car when it's outside, sir?
Well, of course I do. Nobody steals cars in Ambleside.
I see.
By Jove, this is serious. This is juicy serious.
It is, sir. And I'm sure that with your assistance we can get to the bottom of it. There's no doubt that your car was used by the men we're after. Tell me, sir, have there been any strangers in the town recently?
Of course, there are always strangers here. Tourists, don't you know? They come to throw refuse in Windermere Lake. What do these men look like?
We don't know, sir. They've been seen only masked. I would say that they are comparatively young, although one seemed older than the rest. Mr. Bashford assured me of his full support and immediately retired to bed, graciously allowing me the use of his telephone. Moffat obtained a map, and we drew a rough circle around our present location, then notified the police of Carlisle, Penrith, Windermere, Barrow, and Whitehaven. The cordon began to form. With luck, our quarry would find no road open to them. But there were the Cumbrian Mountains, the fells and waters of the Lake District, and these we should have to cover inch by inch. The next morning, Moffat and I contacted by phone every village and hamlet within a 20-mile radius and explained to each local constable the problem at hand. We warned them that the men we sought were dangerous. Then there was nothing to do but wait. At 11 o'clock, our patience was rewarded. Chief Inspector Black. Yes? Oh. Where did you say? Pencil, Moffat.
Here you are, sir.
Thanks. Yes? Greenup Edge, huh? Yeah. Right. About 6 miles, huh? Good. Thank you, Constable. We'll be right over. Yes. Goodbye.
Got something, sir?
I think so. Constable at Greenup Edge says 4 men rented a cottage near there about 2 weeks ago. He thinks they might fit the general physical description we have.
Oh, it's worth a try, sir.
But we'll need pistols.
Chief Constable might be able to supply us, sir.
He might, if he is still in his office. I get the feeling that Mr. Bashford is more of a gentleman of leisure than Chief Constable.
2 Bobby makes you sign for the pistol, sir.
You're on, Moffat. I'll stare him down.
Come in. Ah, Inspector. Any luck? Any luck?
Possibly, sir. We've received word from Greenup Edge. 4 suspects staying there.
Well, we must write 'em down, eh, sir? Nothing like this has happened in Ambleside, and by Geoffrey, sir, we write 'em down.
Sergeant Moffat and I are unarmed. Do you have any firearms?
Well, of course, always for an emergency. Webley, sir. Fine weapon. Reminds me of the old days in Afghanistan. Tribesmen, wild devils. Cut your heart out for one of these.
Yes, I'm sure of it, sir. Thanks very much.
Not at all. I wish I could go with you. My gout, you know.
Ah, yes, I understand, sir.
Well, keep in touch with me. All the best. And, by the way, before you go, would you sign for these pistols, please?
Yes, of course. Oh, sir, before I forget, you needn't worry about your statement last night.
I beg your pardon?
You said that you had been playing dominoes with Mr. Pettlefree and that you had not been driving your car.
But of course I did.
And Mr. Pettlefree and 2 other neighbors attested to that fact this morning, sir. Therefore, you will be pleased to know that you are no longer a suspect.
But dash it all, sir. When was I? When was I?
Precautions, sir, precautions. You, as an old soldier, will appreciate that. Good morning.
Inspector, the pistols you didn't sign for.
No time now, sir. They'll be returned in good order. 2 shillings, please, Moffat.
Yes, sir.
But you told me there are only 4 men here, Constable.
That's all I've seen about, sir. But there were 5 a week or more ago.
One we picked up in Carlisle, sir?
It might be.
There's the cottage, Inspector.
Oh.
You know, I thought it was odd. Those 4 walking trip in the mountains, they said. But they never walked. They just stayed in the cottage.
You'd better stay here, Constable. The men are armed.
If you say so, sir.
Wait a moment.
See something, sir?
It may have been the curtain at the open window.
If these are our people, they chose a good place. Pretty isolated. Wild country, sir.
Yeah. The 5th man should have stayed here. He might be alive. Careful now. Come on. Well, that's the end of the trees. Stay here and cover me, will you?
Right, sir.
Moffat! Well, that's another one, Moffat.
Nasty, sir.
Yes. You recognize him?
Grim without the mask, sir. I'd say it was the chap on the train, Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Shot him in the head while he was asleep.
I don't think asleep. Look here. Tray by the bed with untouched food. Medicine. Huh. The man was ill.
But why kill him, sir?
He might have... Wait a moment. This is Atterbury. Ah. Here's your answer, Moffat. Malaria.
Malaria, sir?
Right. He was probably delirious. That's why they killed him. He couldn't go with them, obviously. They didn't want to leave him behind to talk.
You think they went afoot, sir?
Yeah, looks like it. Here, you see this? And this? Hairbrushes, clothes. Oh, no, Moffat. They took nothing extraneous.
Only £500,000, eh, sir?
Yes. Now, the next thing to find out is which way they went. I left the constable on guard at the cottage, and Moffat and I returned to Greenup Edge. From there, the manhunt began. We felt reasonably sure that they had gone on foot, and when we went back to the cottage again, our hunters confirmed this. A pack of hounds from Helvellyn had been brought to the scene and immediately took up the scent, leading us into the strange and almost fictitious grandeur of the lakes and mountains of Cumberland. Yes?
We found something!
Right!
Anybody ever ask me to take a walk again, I'll kill him.
It's slippery here, Moffat. Careful.
Yes.
The dogs sound excited, Moffat.
I wouldn't like to have them after me, sir.
Oh, there. There's the constable on that crag.
What is it, Constable? There's a too.
He must be close, then. They're trying to travel faster.
Which way?
We went on, stumbling and fighting our way up the grim crags and slopes of Gabble Fell. For the fugitives, weighted down by their plunder, it must have been sheer torture. 45 minutes later, against the dead, grey face of rock near the barren peak, we saw 3 men struggling slowly upward, helpless and vulnerable. There was no crevice nor shrub to shield them from their pursuers. And except for what they may have had in their pockets, they carried nothing in their hands but their lives.
You men! Come down! We have rifles!
If they get to the top, sir, we're going to have trouble. The dogs can't get across that face. We'll have to bring them down again and take them round to the other side to pick up the trail. We'll lose the daylight.
Very well. Moffat, hand me the rifle.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
There's a cartridge already in the chamber, sir.
Right. I saw 3 puffs of dust explode above the head of each man. And then I saw them stop, hesitate, and begin the slow descent to where we waited at the foot of Gavel Fell. Pursuit. And the pursuit is ended.
Remember, friends, to make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to refreshing, delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. There's lots of cooling, real mint flavor in every stick. And chewing Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling fresh and alert. You feel better, work better, get more fun out of doing things. So indoors, outdoors, wherever you go, keep some healthful, refreshing Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum handy. To make every day more enjoyable, treat yourself often to delicious Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Pursuit, brought to you by Wrigley's Spearmint Gum, is produced and directed by Elliott Lewis and written by Gil Dowd and Anthony Ellis. Music was composed and conducted by Marlon Skiles. John Daner stars as Inspector Peter Black, with Raymond Lawrence as Sergeant Moffat. Also featured in the cast were Ben Wright, Parley Bear, Dan O'Herlihy, Ramsey Hill, and Tudor Owen. Pursuit! The makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum hope you've enjoyed tonight's story of Pursuit, and that you're enjoying Wrigley's Spearmint Gum every day.
We invite you to join us next week at this same time when Pursuit will bring you another dramatic story of the famous Inspector Peter Black of Scotland Yard, relentlessly hunting down those whose disordered passions breed violence and murder. Another story of man hunting man when we bring you Pursuit.
Three. Our third and final crime story for you today is from Under Arrest, which was a police procedural drama that aired from 1948 to 1954 on Mutual, as well as 2 times as a summer replacement program in 46 and 47. It starred Craig McDonnell as Police Captain John Drake in those 2 years, and in 1948 it starred Joe DeSantis as Captain Jim Scott. Only a handful of episodes survive today, unfortunately. This is one of them. Joe Barker from November 7th, 1948, starring Joe DeSantis. Enjoy, and thanks so much for watching.
Mutual presents Under Arrest.
Into your cells.
Criminals behind bars. Under Arrest. The story of Police Captain Jim Scott's fight against crime.
Captain Scott.
There's a woman out here to see you, Captain. Madge Barker.
Tell her I'm busy. I can't see anybody. Madge Barker, you said?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, send her in, Sergeant. The call came in around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I was busy filling out a report, too busy really to see anybody, but Madge Barker was different. I hadn't seen Madge in years. She was what you might call an old friend from the other side of the tracks. Married to Joe Barker, a small-time crook who was in and out of stir as often as the river ferry is in and out of the slip. But Madge hadn't always been on the other side of the tracks. Once she'd been Inspector Tom Wilson's daughter. Funny, a cop's daughter marrying a crook. None of us in the department could figure it out. Old Inspector Wilson had been dead 5 years now, and I hadn't seen Madge since the funeral. I wondered what the years with Joe had done to her. So I pushed aside the report and waited. Pretty soon the door opened. Madge hadn't changed much on the surface. She was about 28 now, an attractive honey blonde with plenty of appeal and big blue eyes. And that's where the change was. In the eyes. There was a kind of sad expression in them that hadn't been there before. I guess they'd seen plenty of hard times knocking around with Joe. What she did was her own business, even though I'd been pretty burned about the whole thing. Madge sat down, pulled a pack of cigarettes from her purse, and opened them.
Cigarette, Jim?
Thanks.
Been a long time.
Yeah? Yeah. Where have you been keeping yourself, Madge?
Around.
This a social call or business?
Half and half. It's about Joe.
Thought he was doing time.
Got out last month.
What kind of trouble is he in now?
Don't rub it in, will you?
Sorry. How is Joe?
I don't know. Haven't seen him lately.
Didn't he come home?
Sure, he came home. For a while. We had a flat in Gary, and he came back and spent 2 weeks with me. And then skipped.
Restless, huh?
You know Joe.
Where is he now?
I don't know. That's why I came to see you.
Why me?
Jim, you've got to help.
Why me? Missing persons is just down the hall.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Jim, I'm asking you to help me.
You think I should?
Well, All right. Maybe I asked for it. You all told me he was no good, that he was a good-for-nothing crook, and would always be a crook and never go straight. But let me tell you something. If I had it to do all over again, I'd still marry Joe. I'd marry him because I love him. I love the guy.
All right, Madge, all right. Take it easy. I wasn't saying I told you so. I just wanted to find out, that's all.
Find out what?
Whether you still love him or not. And I see you do. So that's good enough for me.
I'm sorry, Jim.
Forget it. Now, let's have the facts. When did you last see Joe?
Well, he got a phone call the night before he left Gary from this city from a guy named Nick Brentano.
I've heard of Nick. They say he's bad business.
Joe can't seem to stay away from bad business.
So you figure he's here in town and you want me to help you find him?
Yes.
Well, let's hope Joe isn't in any more trouble.
I try, Jim. I swear I try. Every time he comes out, I try to set him on the right track. I do my best. What more can I do?
Oh, come on, Madge. Come on now. Crying isn't going to help. Yeah. Here's a handkerchief.
Thanks. Thanks, Jim.
That's better.
Will you give me a hand, Jim?
I'll do what I can, Madge. I'll do what I can. When Madge left, I sat back and tried to figure out the best way to find Joe Barker among 4 million people. City's big, and Joe's a small guy. Be no sense in going around knocking on doors, so I went to see the toothpick. Toothpick around?
Yeah. Hey, Leo, there's a guy here who wants to see you.
Right away.
Leo Sedlak was a smart little grifter who sold his information at inflationary prices. $500 here, $1,000 to the next guy. A lot of dough, but his information was level and he never crossed anybody. Maybe that's why he was still alive. They called him the toothpick because he always wore one sticking out of the corners of his mouth and it wagged up and down as he talked.
Oh, Scott, what brings you down here?
What are you drinking, Leo?
Right.
You heard the man?
Right.
What do you want, Scott?
Joe Barker. Where is he?
Search me.
Come on, Leo, no curves.
It's an official grill?
I can make it official and drag you into headquarters.
You won't have to. 235 South Gedney Street, room 8.
That's talking.
Thanks for the drink.
Nothing at all. Oh, by the way, Leo, where can I find Nick Brentano?
Never heard of him.
You need another drink?
No. Even if you took me in, I still wouldn't know.
Nick's got everybody that scared, huh?
I'm in good health now, Scott. I want to stay that way.
Okay, Leo. Thanks. 235 South Gedney was a tenement walk-up. And room 8 was like room 6 and room 7 and all the other rooms. Small, dingy, and dark. Door was half open, but I knocked just the same. You know, I was brought up that way. Knocking didn't raise anybody, and my knuckles were getting raw, so I lost all sense of good manners, pushed the door wide, and walked in. I couldn't see a thing. I tried the light switch, but nothing happened. I got out my flash. The bright shaft split the darkness like a razor. I pick out a chair, 9-posted bed, battered chest of drawers, but no Joe Barker. Barker! Barker, you here? You in, Barker? I stumbled over something, turned my flash to the floor. He was in, all right. But obviously hadn't been expecting guests. Joe Barker was lying on the floor, and there were 2 holes in his chest. I couldn't have been standing there more than a few seconds, and my brain was already working on the call to homicide, the notification of the medical examiner, and telling Madge, when I heard the door close behind me, and I could hear somebody breathing in the room, and I knew it wasn't Joe Barker. I waited 1 second, 2. Then I twisted around fast with the flash pointed at the door in my hand, reaching for my gun. Too late.
Yeah, that's right. 235 South Gedney. Gedney. G is in girl.
When I came out of it, I found myself sitting in a chair with a damp towel on my forehead. The lights were on now, and I heard somebody talking. It sounded very far away. First, I thought it was the Archangel Peter, but when my eyes focused again, I saw that it was Lieutenant Larry Gavin on the phone across the room. There were a few uniformed cops looking around.
Yeah, send Robinson around and some of the lab boys. That's right. I told you, 235 South Gedney. What's the matter, Johnny? You going deaf? Okay. Yeah, thanks.
Oh.
Well, the Sleeping Beauty arises. Feeling better, Jim?
I felt much better before. What happened?
He got sapped.
I know that much. How did you get here?
One of the beat cops saw a guy running out of the building in an awful hurry. Came up to investigate.
What about the guy who ran?
Lost him.
See his face?
Nope. Say, that's a nice egg there on your head. Want it fried or scrambled?
Yeah, very funny. Give me a cigarette, will you?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Thanks. How did the lights get on? They wouldn't work before.
Somebody unscrewed the bulb.
Barker's dead, isn't he?
Very.
Got the ball rolling?
Uh-huh. Just phoned for the ME, the photographer, and the guy. Squad from the Scientific Research Division.
You better stick here and mastermind the operation.
Where are you going?
See his wife, Madge Barker? She'll want to know.
Sorry, Jim. I didn't mean to break down.
Well, it had to come sometime. Why keep it in?
I don't know why I'm always crying on your shoulder.
Forget it. You loved him, didn't you?
Joe wasn't a bad guy. Couldn't keep on the right side of the law, but he never hurt anybody. Sure, I loved him. And I think he loved me. It was only like he had a disease, that's all.
Sure.
Maybe it's better this way.
Well, anyway, Madge, you won't get into any more trouble.
That's right.
Now, tell me, Madge, what did he do his last stretch for?
They picked him up one day and found policy slips on him.
First time?
First time he got caught with them.
Uh-huh. Who was in with him?
I don't know.
He did have a partner.
Well, sure, but I never met him. Joe never told me much about his business life.
Ever hear of this Nick Brentano before the day he called up?
No.
You sure?
Maybe Joe mentioned him once or twice, but I can't remember.
He never named anybody in connection with the policy racket?
Not to me. And he wouldn't squeal in court. That's why Joe took the rap alone.
Code of the underworld.
I always told him it would get him in trouble. Who do you think did it, Jim?
I don't know yet, but I'm playing a hunch.
What hunch?
Nick Brentano is our boy. The Nick Brentano was playing treble at Joe's base in the policy racket, and that one of them tried to cross the other.
Joe never tried to cross anybody.
Maybe not.
You gonna pick him up? This Brentano?
When I find him.
Where is he?
Nobody seems to know. But I'm going to do my best to find out. It had been a long, hard night. When I left Madge, it was near 7 in the morning, and the butterflies in my stomach told me I needed some breakfast. So I dropped into a Greasy Spoon diner around the corner from headquarters, where I eat lunch every now and then.
All right, I'll be in a minute. What's yours, Sherlock?
Ham and eggs, toast and coffee, and leave off the wisecracks, Tony. You'll never make the airwaves.
I can try, can't I? Adam and Eve on a raft. Draw one.
The toast was burned and the coffee was flat. But at least the empty pit in my stomach began to fill up. I was gulping the last of the coffee when somebody came along and perched on the stool beside me. I didn't take any notice until he nudged my arm. It was Leo Sedlak, the toothpick. Hello, Leo. What brings you into this poor man's Ritz?
I've been looking for you all night, Scott.
Yeah, why?
I heard about Barker.
So?
Listen, Scott, for Pete's sake, don't let on that I told you where he was.
Why not?
Why not? Listen, if Brentano ever finds out that
Brentano, huh? You think he bumped Joe?
Well, don't you?
Maybe.
What's yours, Bud?
Coffee and a toothpick.
Toothpick? What do you need a toothpick with coffee?
Give him a toothpick, Tony. The man's mad.
You're telling me. Draw one.
So you'll play with me, Scott? You won't let it out that
Sure,
I told...
Sure. Now tell me, Leo. What's Brentano got that makes everybody so weak-kneed when his name comes up?
He's got a gun for one thing. Look what he did to Barker.
Uh-huh. Tell me another. Where is Brentano?
I don't know.
What does he look like?
I don't know.
Come on, Leo.
I don't know, Scott. I swear I don't know.
Afraid of him?
I know where to sit.
Seems to me everybody knows where to sit, right on the edge of their chairs. I could fix that, Leo.
Yeah, how?
Tell me where Brentano is. I'll pick him up and I'll bring him down.
I don't know where he is, Scott. I told you once I don't know.
Here's your coffee and the toothpick.
Thanks.
Hey, Camp, where'd you get the egg?
From a dairy. It's a better egg than the ones you're serving here. So long, Tony.
Wanted me, Jim?
Yeah, Larry, come in.
Oh, the head looks better.
Feels better. Now, what's new on the Barker killing?
Yeah, M.E. made his report.
Yeah?
2 slugs, one straight through the heart. Killed instantly.
What time did he get it?
About 1 a.m., the doc says.
Uh-huh. Must have happened just a few minutes before I got there.
That's why you got sapped. You nosed in just as the killer was getting ready to leave.
That trick he pulled with the lights. Smart.
Yeah.
Anything from the lab, boys?
They found a few things.
What?
Cigarette ashes for one.
Barker's?
They don't know yet.
What else?
A few chips of wood on the floor in the corner.
What from?
They don't know that yet either. I'll let you know when the report's complete.
Any prints?
None.
At the crop?
Yep.
Uh-huh. Larry, tell me something. Did you ever hear of Nick Brentano?
Sure.
Who is he?
Nothing more than a name right now.
Where did he come from?
Nobody knows, but he's moved in on most of the rackets in town and moved in hard.
He must have a record.
Not under that name, I've looked.
Now, Larry, the thing that gets me is this. Nobody's ever seen this guy. They don't know what he looks like, but they're all scared to death of him.
Sure, because Brentano's big muscle and dangerous. He's supposed to be responsible for a couple of unsolved killings still on the books.
Yeah, and the only way we'll nail him is to get him out in the open.
Got an idea he pulled the trigger on Barker?
Barker and Brentano worked together.
Where'd you get that?
From Barker's wife. They were living in Gary when Joe got out of stir. One day, Brentano called up, and right away, Barker packed his bag and land. Next thing we see of Barker, he's full of holes. Now, you figure it.
You don't have to. This Brentano seems to be quite a guy. Got the department going crazy, the underworld scared stiff. How can he lose with that combination?
He will.
Well, leave us hope so.
He's a little heavy-handed, Larry. He'll make a slip one of these days. And soon. They held services for Joe Barker the next day. I went along not out of any deep-seated love for Joe, but because of Madge. As I stood beside her there in the church and looked at Joe's casket, I began to think. Joe Barker had been a crook and a swindler. Gotten his money by taking it out of other people's pockets. But Joe had paid the penalty time and time again. And each time he was sentenced, he accepted it with a shrug. Funny little guy. He never learned. Maybe, as Madge said, it was like a disease. Sure, there are worse criminals than Joe Barker, much worse. Take the Nick Brentano type, the killer. The kind who gets what he wants every time, even if it means taking another man's life. I don't know, but I guess it was right then and there in church, looking from Madge's face to the casket and back again, that I decided I wouldn't sleep until I had Nick Brentano behind bars.
What's the matter, Jim?
Huh? Nothing, Madge. Nothing. I was only thinking. Later out on the street, I offered to go along to the burial.
No, you don't have to, Jim. You've got your job. I don't want to keep you away from it.
Whatever you say, Madge.
And, Jim, Thanks.
For what?
Everything. You've been swell.
Forget it. And save the thanks until later. When I bring Joe's killer into headquarters. Captain Scott. Yeah, Larry. What? Okay, shoot. Yeah? It was, huh? Well, sure it does. Great. I'll tell you when I see you. Yeah, I think we got it now. Thanks, boys. See you later. Toothpick around?
Yeah, last booth over by the wall.
Thanks. Hello, Leo.
Scott.
Mind if I sit down?
Go ahead.
Thanks.
What's on your mind?
Same thing.
Brentano?
Yeah.
Why don't you give up, Scott?
Where is he, Leo?
I don't know.
Come on.
Well, look, Scott, I told you.
I know what you told me, and I don't believe it. You know where Brentano hangs his hat, Leo. Why don't you loosen up?
Because it wouldn't be healthy.
If you stay clammed, Leo, I can make it unhealthy for you, too.
What do you mean?
You know where Brentano is, and you won't tell. I can book you for complicity and suppression of information.
Yeah?
Yeah. I can also drop word around that you're crossing Brentano and playing with the law. When your lawyer springs you, Brentano might be sore enough to come gunning. You know what I mean?
Listen, don't put me in a spot.
That's what I came down for.
But if I tell you where Nick is and you don't get him, he'll hear about it, Scott.
No, he won't.
Yes, he'll...
Listen, Leo, it's all very simple. Just give me the address. Come along when I make the pinch, if you like. What can Brentano do to you once he's in stir?
Scott, I can't.
Sure you can. I don't make it hard, Leo. I don't want to drag you in if I don't have to. What do you say?
Okay.
That's better.
We can get a cab outside. It's not far from here.
You want to come along?
Yeah. If you don't nab him, I don't want to be alone when he finds out that I told you.
You'll get protection. Now let's go. We got a cab right outside the tavern. Leo sat hunched up with his hands clamped tightly in his lap. His face looked chalky and the muscles around his mouth were rigid. Toothpick wasn't wagging now. It just stuck out of his mouth straight and motionless. It reminded me of a guy I'd seen once up at State Pen a few minutes before he went to the chair. What's the matter, Leo? You nervous?
I'm all right.
Don't let it get you down. You're doing the right thing.
Nick won't think so.
Never mind what he thinks.
Yeah.
And don't worry. I'm pretty quick on the draw myself.
You'll have to be.
I thought you said it wasn't far.
Just a few more blocks. Right at the next corner, Mac.
Classy neighborhood.
Nick's got dough.
Won't have much use for it pretty soon. We dropped the cab in front of a quiet, very respectable apartment building in the East 50s. A very polite doorman did the honors, and inside was a very polite lobby, very expensively furnished. It all spelled money in my book. Brentano did all right. Leo led the way to a self-service elevator and pushed the button to the third floor. I studied Leo on the way up. He was still tight and on edge, and I thought his eyes looked a little glassy. Third floor was carpeted like the lobby, but what had been a wine red downstairs had changed to a green plush up here. We walked over to 309, and Leo pushed the doorbell.
Maybe he's not in.
Try again.
No soap. We'll have to come back.
We'll wait.
Here?
Be more comfortable inside.
The door's locked.
Maybe it isn't. Let me see. After you, Leo.
What do we do now?
Sit down. Wait for Mr. Brentano to show.
But he might be out of town. We might have to wait a week or more.
I don't think so. Nick Brentano's right here in this apartment, Leo. And I'm looking straight at him.
Okay, copper. Reach. Reach!
I'd always thought I was quick on the draw, but Leo gave me a lesson that night. There I was looking right at him, his hands hung at his sides, and all of a sudden he had a gun in his fist. It was like magic.
Now get over against the wall. That's it. Hold it. I'll take that gun.
Thanks.
Yeah. Fast, Leo.
I practice in front of a mirror every night.
You must give me a few pointers sometime.
I'll be glad to. How'd you know it was me, Scott?
A lot of little things. They all added up.
I'm not good at addition. Explain it to me.
For sure. The night Joe Barker got it, for instance. The killer heard me coming up the stairs, and he unscrewed the light bulb, opened the door, and waited. Sapped me in the dark. Now, why would he go to all that trouble unless he knew it was a police officer coming up those stairs, coming to Barker's room? You knew, Leo, because you sent me.
Smart figuring.
And the next morning in the diner, you said you'd been looking for me all night, that you'd heard about Barker.
And the papers didn't have it yet.
Right. The department didn't let it out until 10 o'clock that morning.
What else?
The clincher. One of my men phoned me a little while ago with a big piece of news.
Yeah?
The lab boys found some chips of wood in a corner of Barker's room. They put them together and got a toothpick.
Yeah, I have a habit of chewing the picks when I get excited.
A bad habit in this case. You left a key to your identity, Leo. Or Nick. By the way, what do you like to be called?
Leo. That's my right name.
Yeah. They all added up, Leo. But it wasn't enough. I had to have it out of your own mouth, and I've got it.
But it won't do you any good.
Maybe. Tell me, Leo. Why did you kill Barker? Could never figure that.
He thought I owed him $100.
Did you?
Well, that's beside the point. He got sore about it. He threatened to spill about the policy game and about me being Brentano.
Why didn't you pay him the $100 and send him on his way?
Because I like money too much.
Too bad. You had a nice little business at the start. Should have stuck to it.
Stuck to what?
Being the smart little grifter. When you turned racket man and killer, you stepped out of character, Leo. You can't handle it. You're in trouble now.
I'm not worried.
No?
I got the rod.
I'd been watching Leo closely ever since we'd stepped out of the elevator. A big change had come over him. He wasn't tight and tense anymore, but seemed to have command of every muscle in his body. The toothpick wagged up and down like mad now. He was chewing it like a cigar. His eyes weren't cold and steely, but glassy, almost without expression, the eyes of a killer. I watched his trigger finger, waiting for the first sign of tightening.
Don't move, Scott.
Well, sorry, Leo. Just shifting my feet.
Cramp, huh?
Yeah. He was playing the cat-and-mouse game. Enjoying himself because he thought he had it all sewed up. But there was a chance. Leo was toward the center of the room with his back against the chair. I had my back against the wall, and along the wall at the floor I noticed the lamp cord connected to the only lighted lamp in the room. I did it slowly, inching my foot over to the wire, fraction by fraction. It was hard work. My leg began to hurt.
You're a smart copper, Scott.
Thanks for the compliment.
Nothing at all. I like smart people. I got respect for them. That's why I didn't pump you in Barker's place.
Thanks.
But now, well, I got no choice.
Leo's knuckle began to whiten around the trigger. I made the lamp cord just in time, and I jerked. Missed, Leo!
I'll get you the next time.
Try it! Leo still had the gun, but in the dark it was a more even game. I landed most of my punches to his midsection and tried to keep as low to the floor as possible. I couldn't lose him. Every time he fired the gun, the flash told me where he was. Missed again.
You haven't got me yet.
Try this one for size. Hello, Johnny. Scott. Yeah. Listen, I got Nick Brentano. Brentano. No, he's not dead, just out cold. 456 Sutton Place, that's it. No, Brentano beers and ballistics. Hurry it up, Johnny, will you? I'm all in.
Under arrest!
Into your cells.
All prisoners present and accounted for.
You have just heard Under Arrest, presented by Mutual, a new series featuring Joe DeSantis as Police Captain Jim Scott. Under Arrest is directed by Martin Magna and written by Bill Wells. Original music is composed by Bob Monroe. Madge was played by Florence Robinson, Leo by Joseph Julian, Gavin by Carl Eastman, Tony by Murray Forbes. All names of persons used in Under Arrest are fictitious. Any resemblance to names of actual persons living or dead is coincidental.